If your baseboards in your home look like these, pretty old and worn out and ratty looking, you don't have to live with them anymore. Today I'll show you how you can build a 3-piece baseboard to spruce up any room in your house. It's relatively inexpensive and it's a simple do-it-yourself project. Here's what I'm talking about. We're going to take this piece of flatboard and attach a chair rail to the top and then put quarter round all the way around. And like I said, this will help to spruce up any room. First thing that we need to do though is take up the old baseboards. What I'm using to take up the old baseboards is just a pry bar and a hammer. And I'm not going to worry too much about scuffing up the wall and the paint because the new baseboards that I'm putting on is going to cover that. Okay, this wall is 77 3/8. Now that I have all the baseboards off, I can cut this first flatboard. And I've already painted this one, but these do come unfinished, so you'll be able to paint your flatboard whatever color you want. And the flatboards come in various lengths and widths. Let me get this one marked. I'm using a hand miter box to cut this out. This is a very inexpensive tool, and I'm talking just a couple of dollars for this. I'm going to cut this first cut at a 45-degree angle and make an inside cut, and that's going to go right here in this corner. Alright, you'll want to put the long point of the 45 in the corner. So just set this down and then push it flat up against the corner. I'm using an MDF board or multi-density fiberboard because it's cheaper, but you can use anything else that you want, be it pine or whatever. And I'm using 2-inch finishing nails to attach this to the wall. This is our second piece of flatboard, and you can see why we cut these at a 45-degree angle because they fit together nicely. I'm also going to cut the chair rail and the quarter round this same way. You'll need to put a nail about every 12 to 16 inches in your flatboard. And there's no need to measure, just kind of eyeball it. Next we're ready to put on the chair rail, and I've got several different examples of chair rail and moldings and different pieces to show you. You can make up whatever combinations you want. Here's one example of something you can do, or you can even use a smaller piece and just do something simple like this. The piece that I've chosen for the chair rail is just a little more decorative than the rest. And again, I'm going to be cutting this just like I did the flatboard at a 45-degree angle. So let me get this piece measured at 77 3/8. And like I told you, this is really a pretty simple project to do. For the chair rail, I'm going to be using a smaller nail. You can see that this is smaller in diameter, and also the head of this nail is smaller. This is a 1.5-inch finishing nail, and the reason that I'm using this on the chair rail is because it's made of real wood and it can split, so we just need to be careful. Your MDF flatboard will not split. Now when you put the nail in, you just want to put it right here in the center. So let me hammer this in. Now I'm going to use this nail set to go ahead and finish putting this nail all the way in. I didn't want to damage the wood with this hammer. Alright, this chair rail has been cut at a 45-degree angle as well. You can see how nicely all this is working out so far. We just need to attach this piece. After I'm completely finished, I can go back and fill in all of these holes and also the cracks with some caulk to make this look really nice. I'm using 3/4 inch quarter round, but this comes in different sizes as well. And I've already cut this to size. Now when you're putting the quarter round on, you want to push this down snug on the carpet. And as you can see, this is closing the gap between the carpet and the flatboard. And I'm using the same nails that I did on the chair rail. It's easier if you get your nail started first and then go ahead and push this down snug. And I'm nailing this through the quarter round into the MDF flatboard. And again, I'm going to use the nail set just so that I don't damage the quarter round. If you'll get a paintable caulk, you'll be able to paint over this anytime that you want. So what you do is you just go and fill in all of the cracks and the holes that you've got. And then you'll want to wipe this and use a damp rag or a damp paper towel to wipe away the excess. You'll also want to fill in the gap right here at the top of the chair rail. So just take this all the way around your chair rail. Fill that in just like that. Now all I'm doing to finish this project up is just touching up with paint a little bit. We spent right at $100 for this, but you could spend more or less depending on what you want. But the most important thing is, this has dramatically changed the looks of this room, for the better. If you would like more information on this project or others, contact us on the internet at michaelholligan.com.